for today's video, I wanted to bring you some of my current favorite fragrances and just kind of what I've been loving for the transition of spring into summer. And normally with my fragrance videos, I do like what's appropriate for summer or what's appropriate for spring or fall or whatever it is. And I was kind of thinking about doing like what I would recommend for summer, which would be more tropical scents, but I realized that this is actually what I've been gravitating towards, and so instead of talking about what I think would be generally appropriate, I just kind of wanted to share what I've been loving, talk a little bit about each scent and what's unique about it, maybe give you some ideas, help you reach for that perfume that's been sitting in the back of your closet for a while and bring it out and spray it, or if you're looking for a new fragrance, maybe these will give you some insight as to what I'm personally loving and what might be right for you. But first off, one that I've absolutely been obsessed with is Dulce by Dolce & Gabbana. This is their newest fragrance, and I have to be honest, I was smitten by the bottle. Dulce & Gabbana is one of my favorite designers when it comes to clothing and cosmetics. I just think it's so regal and classy, and I don't know, it's very cultural, which I feel like I can identify with, and not to mention who doesn't love lace and crowns and Italy, you know what I mean? So I did originally buy this for the bottle, but I have to say this is probably one of the most amazing scents I've ever used. I've completely gone through an entire rollerball, one of the little ones. This is what I have of the big one that I purchased. I purchased the little one ages ago. I purchased this big one, I want to say about a month and a half ago, right before the beginning of summer and the end of spring, but this is an amazing floral scent. It is light, it is delicate, it is perfect for all day long, and it's great for layering. So if you wanted to wear this at night, you could layer this over a deeper scent if you want something sexier, or if you just want to smell like an amazing delicate flower at night, you could use this as a lighter scent. The way I feel like this differs from a lot of other Dolce & Gabbana perfumes is that this one is definitely more girly. This is more Miss Dior Cherie, Chanel Chance kind of realm, whereas a lot of other scents from Dolce & Gabbana are more like, you know, light blue, very fresh, very unisex, very exotic, but subdued, whereas this is very elegant, classy, light, dainty, but at the same time it does have that strike of power. What does make this very different is that it doesn't have the traditional scents like rose or jasmine or you know, all of those gardenia smells that you find in every other floral fragrance out there. It's very unique because although it's floral and light and dainty, it has daffodil and it has water lily and it even has a little bit of sandalwood, although I don't smell it a lot on myself. Perhaps on a different skin tone or body composition that sandalwood would come out more. But it's even got papaya and white amaryllis, so it gives it a little bit of a citrusy scent, but really it's just floral. And like I said, it's been one of my absolute favorites. So if you are a floral lover and you love white jasmine and you love rose and you love gardenia, but you're looking for something to spice things up, this is definitely one of my top recommendations, and this has probably been my favorite fragrance all this year. So this is probably my favorite fragrance right now, which is definitely hard to choose because honestly I've never really been able to choose a favorite before, so amazing. Next, this is Alien by Thierry Mugler, and I have recently pulled this out of the back of my fragrance collection and really been loving it for summer nights. This is kind of a luxury version of Lady Gaga's Fame, if you liked that. It definitely has a more grapey tone and it definitely has more sultry notes to it, but it does have a very, very sweet upper tone, and I feel like it's just amazing for summer nights. Especially when I sweat, this seems to work with my body composition really, really well. So if I'm out dancing or just having a great time, this is something that not only controls the odor, but is actually really pleasant because I get these little bursts of smell. This does have a bit of jasmine in it, but it also has vanilla, and it also has a little bit of amber. So it has a lot of these classic scents that everyone loves, but that usually aren't paired together. And the way that I feel this does it is very, very sultry, very subduing, very, very sensual at the same time. And I feel like this is just a great fun fragrance at night. Because it does have that floral aspect, I do say it's more fun and flirty than it is sexual or seducing as opposed to like a very romantic fragrance. But this is definitely a party fragrance, and you know, you could use it on date night or in romantic situations, but definitely something I've pulled out of the back there, dusted off the dust, and been throwing into my purse a ton recently. Next, this is One by Ralph Lauren. This is Big Peony. This is definitely my favorite summer daytime scent. This is something that I can wear at night, but this just makes me feel amazing all day long. It is super simple. It is the best like day go-to fragrance, and like I said, I've used up the entire rollerball of this completely. And this is a zesty, fresh fragrance. This is something that wakes me up in the morning, gets me motivated, gets me ready for the day, whether I'm going to the beach, whether I'm going to school, whether I'm going to get some work done. This is an overall amazing fragrance. Now, this is basically a grapefruit scent and blue lotus, and because it is so simplistic, it can be layered miraculously. Grapefruit tends to wear really well on my body in most body compositions, so even if you're not a super citrusy fan, I would definitely recommend this because it is so energetic and zesty. I would kind of compare it along the same lines as Clinique's Happy, just because it is kind of like along the lines of those energetic, fun, just kind of bouncy smells. But this is also great because it is so simplistic, you can layer it extremely easy. It's peony, it's grapefruit, it's delicious. It doesn't have so many different notes that you can only wear this one. So I love spraying this on me in the morning. Really, it gets me ready for my day. Like, just smelling it just makes me feel fresh and awake and alive. And then throughout the day, if at night I'm going out or something, I can definitely layer it with something a little bit more sultry or subdued. But this has been one of my favorites recently. I've used up the entire rollerball as usual. Well, actually, the first rollerball of this broke in my purse. No fun. Glass was everywhere. It was not pretty. Thank goodness I didn't cut myself. Could you imagine? But I ended up using up the entire second rollerball that I returned to Sephora as a replacement, and they were very kind as to switch it out for me instead of charging me for a new one. So absolutely been loving this. And the very last two are rollerballs because I have not purchased the full-size edition, but these actually come in the block forms where it's like a solid perfume, but these are from Pacifica. Pacifica is one of my favorite all-natural, paraben-free, cruelty-free, I think they're vegan, cosmetic and beauty lines. They have everything from bath products to lotions to fragrances, you name it. And it's funny, I was actually first introduced to the line. I had won a local award, and one of the prizes was actually a Pacifica body lotion, and since then I've been hooked. I mean, they have nail polish, they have everything. But recently they came out with a ton of different fragrances, and I was like, holy guacamole, which am I going to choose? So I picked up some of the little roller balls, and I have been obsessing. What I love about these is that not only are they travel size and convenient and cute and paraben free and, you know, natural and okay for me. They're not full of additives and fillers and things that can really offset my allergies. These are natural, they don't do that, and they're actually long lasting because a lot of natural products I find just don't have the same wearability as, you know, synthetic or fake products, not fake products, but non-natural products do. But the other reason I loved these is because they were all like kind of culture or country inspired. And as you know, I'm a very cultural person. I love embracing and learning about new cultures and techniques and you know, ways of living in life and what's to see, and just, I don't know, curiosity killed the cat, and it's why I don't sleep. So that being said, I really had a soft spot for these, and the ones that I picked up are Brazilian Mango Grapefruit and Parisian Rose. There is also an Italian Blood Orange, which I purchased, which I have the box for here because it's in my purse. There are a bunch of other ones. There's a Lilac, there's a California one. The California scent my nose did not personally prefer, but these are two of my favorites. I think that my all-time favorite is the Italian Blood Orange, which is currently in my purse. And it says here, all it is the alcohol kind of suspension, the perfume, which is from a natural grain, the actual perfume, which is just essential oils, and then a little bit of water. So it doesn't have all these nasty fillers and other things that can cause irritation. But the Italian Blood Orange has definitely been one of my favorites for every day. You can wear it at night as well, but it is a very zesty, citrusy, flirty scent. Because it's Italian, because it's blood orange, it is a little bit, I don't know, flirtatious and exciting and invigorating, but it's also got that zesty, springy bounce to it. The notes are orange, spicy Italian mandarin, and red raspberry notes. So it is a very citrusy scent, but I would say that if you like floral or if you like something a little bit fun, that's what I would compare it to. It is delicious. I would recommend it, but it is different from the Brazilian fragrance because the Brazilian fragrance is more tropical, whereas this is more citrusy, zesty, spicy, flirtatious. I mean, it's Italian after all. Whereas the Brazilian one is definitely still very citrusy, but very tropical as well. It's got pineapple, it's got these, you know, very kind of blasting notes that just kind of make you want a salsa. It says on here mango, pineapple, apricot, and grapefruit notes. So it is just an overall great daytime scent. The Italian blood orange I would say you could do at night. This one I personally would not recommend at night. Could you layer it over other things? Yes, but I feel like there's so much going on with the apricot and the grapefruit. And just, you know, this tropical sense that unless it was something like coconut, it really wouldn't be a match for this. So I love this just the way it is. The very last one I have is Parisian Rose, and as implied, this is a gorgeous rosy scent. This is probably one of the girliest scents here. It is almost like how I would describe, it's like a scent that my grandma used to keep in her bathroom. It's not like an old lady scent, but it's like one of those scents that the potpourri that she used to have. It is a little bit floral, but it is, I don't know, it's just, it's romantic, but it's not super floral. You know what I mean? It's just, it's got that potpourri smell. It brings me back to Oma's bathroom straight up. The notes are rose. There are other florals in here. There's even like a little hint of grass, but it is a very fresh, it's a very earthy scent. So I would say it's floral plus earthy. Whereas most floral is floral and elegant and smooth. This is floral. This is floral, but it is also very earthly and in tune. So it does give a little bit of that fresh scent that some people like and some people don't. So depending on your body chemistry, I would say think about this one or try it out. But I absolutely have been loving this for summer, and it doesn't wake me up as much as the Italian blood orange or the Brazilian one. But I mean, it is Paris. It wears beautifully. It makes me smell very, very classic, and this is great for both day and night. So those are just the fragrances I have currently been wearing and loving for summer. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these or if you like any of them. Also, let me know what you've been wearing. If it's these, if it's something different, post in the bottom tab what the #1 fragrance that you've been wearing the most is, or if you haven't been wearing any fragrance, the #1 that you want to buy. So I love you guys. I hope this video helped you, and I cannot wait to talk to you in the comments down there very soon, right now. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you on the next video. Love you guys. Bye.